So this is your AEQ IP forum digital console for your station, and from a presenter point of view, it's very simple to use. On the left-hand side, you have 4 channels of microphone. The first channel is your announcer microphone, and then you have 3 guest microphones, which is left, center, and right. So as you look at it, you have the left, the center, and the right. Then you have a PC or a computer input, which is your studio computer. You have 2 flyer leads, which are your auxiliary inputs for devices using 3.5mm plugs. You have a studio input, which isn't operational at the present. And then on the very right-hand side, you have the promo playout device, and you have 2 CD players, as well as the satellite feed. Now, at the moment, this desk is live to air with satellite. However, we are going to give you a demonstration using CDs. So when you're doing your show, you can set your levels up to operating, and these have been pre-calibrated, and turn them on. So now that is ready to actually put music to air. Once we get a CD rolling, it's gone to sleep on me, I think. To play CDs, bring your faders up to operating and turn the channels on. Now all you simply need to do is press play, and we will actually hear that coming through. Now that would normally be going to air, but at the moment we're conducting a bit of training, so it's only local in the studio. Now if you want to talk over the music, all you need to do is turn your microphone up and turn it on. So now you can actually talk, and all the sound is going through the microphone as well as the CD. You can listen through your headphones and turn the music up and down. And then when you turn your microphone off, we hear the music again in the studio, but it's still going out to air. Your monitoring section, so your headphone section, so this top row of 3 knobs here under control is for the presenter. So we have our studio monitors, which are the main speakers. We have the headphones, and we have Q. Now Q allows you to listen to the track prior to going to air. So I'll turn the CD players off. We still have music playing on CD too, and we press Q and it comes through the desk in your headphones. The bottom section, the only one you need to worry about is the center or the headphone, which is the existing headphone amplifier for the guest headphones. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. That's it. Basic operation. Now, depending on what show you are doing and what you require, you will have different pages, which are on this document up the top here, of what you can actually use during your show. And that's these 4 buttons along the bottom row. So we have page 1, 2, 3, and 4. And by default, in all scenarios, the satellite codec will actually be live to air. So that if something goes wrong, you can change the page and something will be broadcast. And that gives you time to just reset, gather your thoughts, and then continue on with the show.
And that's, Nathan, is as long as you have that fader up, correct?
Correct. That fader must be up. Yep. So even if we do change the page, there will be a drop in the broadcast, but it has...
So that pager, that page automatically has the CRN on or off? That one has it off?
That's the CRN.
Oh, that's the CRN there, yeah, yep. Correct.
By default, some of the others will be live, depending on the setup in the back end. Go back to page 1, which is the default page, and now we're back into broadcast mode.
So I'm looking at that fader and between those 2 pages, the CRN changes
Correct.
Channels.
Depending on what is configured for the shows.
Right. So it's worthwhile for people to check if they're switching pages, which channel the CRN Correct. Is actually in.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
I think that's it.
All right, we'll start filming and you can ask that question again.
I'll just put it back into...
And the computer's not, I was just saying to myself that the first thing I would do when I come in is to just reset all the defaults by pressing that bottom left button to make sure it's on page 1. And the other thing I noticed is that red means you're on air, whereas previously we had green lights to show that we were on air, so that's something to get used to. And I'm anchor 1. I haven't got any guests, so I don't need to worry about that. and if I want to play a song from the computer, I just use this PC one. Can I do that?
Yep.
Turn it on. I've got a little secret stash in here.
It's a new PC though.
It's a different
no
PC.
way.
Yeah.
Oh, I've lost my secret stash.
It will come back eventually.
Okay, I'll just bring a.
So this is something that's going to affect a lot of presenters. A lot of presenters are using
Yeah, I have
music
1,000
on.
songs in the
So
temp file.
who's putting those folders
That's
and
up to
things
your
back?
management committee.
That's
Okay.
all right.
So you'll have space on the NAS when we get organised,
Okay, good.
and you'll have the library, which will be different from your temporary
Great.
space.
Okay.
And
So
that's
I'll
all
just
part
bring
of what's
CDs.
And when's that happening, Jeffrey?
ASAP.
So Sat 1 means the CRN network.
Correct.
Okay. And CDs are now this one here. So that's the other thing. So that I've got to remember that button there. Green is off
Green is
and red
safe,
is
red is
on
on
air. And the other thing is that it's just swapped over. So all the presenter stuff used to be on the left. Used to be on the right, and the machines were on the left. And now the presenter stuff is on the left. The speaking, talking, guests, and presenter. And all my equipment is on the right. So CD1 is that one, and CD2 is that one. That's all I really need to know right now, isn't it? And when I turn the faders up, where can I check that the levels are being broadcast right? Where should it go up to?
We want to be up close to zero.
Okay, sure. Okay.
Now I have added in compression and limiting on
Is
your
there a
audio
master
channel.
volume
No.
thing like before?
No.
Okay.
No, so I
So
have
that's good to know as well.
set up compression and limiting so you can't overdrive your channels
Oh,
and you
okay.
won't go into distortion. So once it hits that maximum, that's as much as you will be pushing out.
Okay, cool.
But there's a 0 dB mode,
Correct.
and that's where
So
we
it basically will light up green and then it goes yellow.
and it does
Okay,
the
great.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, great.
And do I need to worry about these buttons here at all?
No,
Okay.
no.
Do they always need to be make sure they're on green?
By
or
default, that's how they'll be.
when I press that page.
Correct.
Okay, great.
So because I've just changed it into a separate mode so we can press buttons and not
Yeah,
go to where,
Yeah.
it-
Okay,
a
thanks.
couple of minor changes. but
Got
yeah.
it. I might come tomorrow and practice after talking newspapers. Thanks.
Thank you, Nathan.
No problem.
Don't dream it, stream it.